Hello, and we're back. This third question on the N-word section is how do you feel when whites and other races use the word? And we will start with Deanna on this one.
I do not like when other races, especially those who are the Caucasian race, use the word, because when they use it, it automatically brings back the historical context of the derogatory way that whites used to put blacks down. And even though they might not have meant it in a derogatory way, it still automatically conjures up that image for me. So no, I don't like when other races use the word.
Life's not fair. If you can't say it, don't say it. Like, I don't like when other races say it, and I feel like they shouldn't have the right to say it. So, okay, that's one word out of a million words. Get over it. I don't like it. It will never be, and never looked at in my eyes as a term of endearment when another race says it.
Hey, Greg, go on.
Oh, when white people say it, it can be uncomfortable. I'll say that. It can be uncomfortable. But like I said, been preaching since the beginning. Freedom of speech, and you can say what you want to say. But like I said, some things you say, you got to face some consequences at times. It happens. As far as like other races, I mean, you're gonna have to, like Puerto Ricans use it all the time. Nobody's upset with them.
J-Lo got quite a bit of.
That's because Hollywood tried to turn J-Lo white, and she's not. Now, with that being said,
That
I don't
doesn't
have
really
a,
stop that argument at all.
actually,
no, it does. Because
actually
Big
it
Pun said
does.
it the whole time.
That's the
and
whole-
Fat Joe, they're both Puerto Rican. Nobody had a word to say about it. Hey, I don't have
It
a.
does.
Like I
And it's
said,
I take
And I
offense to
don't-
that. I take offense to Fat Joe using it.
and the Big
Actually-
Pun,
Yeah, even
Really?
though
I
I
take
did,
that.
I did
and
love
the Beat Nuts,
I did love their albums. So I'm not gonna lie.
their albums are incredible.
That's the
They're
thing, is
incredible.
because Big Pun and when the Puerto Ricans and then we kind of considered them as at least partly black, or at least kind of maybe not black, but kind of like how they've gone through a similar minority experience, so we gave them a pass. And actually, when you were talking about J-Lo and how the whiteness, I think that's a really good point.
Yeah, they were upset.
They were upset because she was probably that she's able to maybe be seen as white or have white privilege in some eyes, and in other eyes, she's Latina and doesn't have that type of privilege, and so it kind of goes within kind of like that how sometimes that word is used, but also too, I didn't get as mad when she used it because didn't Ja Rule, didn't a black person write the song and he was in the song, so I'm kind of like, well,
all I'm saying
that's
is,
it.
It was.
But
Ja
I think
Rule
that
in the
was
song,
yeah.
by the way.
That's the thing.
It was.
That's why I didn't get as mad when J-Lo used it. I was like, oh, well, there's a black person there who wrote the song.
So that's okay because a
whatever.
black person was there.
Yeah, kind of. That's
Right.
with the ownership about the. That's
So
part
Quentin
of the
Tarantino's
argument.
okay then, right? Because there's black people saying stuff in his movies.
No. Who?
Quentin
You know what?
Tarantino saying stuff in Django was alright then, right? When he wrote out the script.
Well, I mean, but he was.
it's a movie.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and they were
Oh,
trying
I'm
to
sorry.
portray
Yeah,
the.
so-
No, they were
silly
trying
me.
to portray the
The hell am I
historical
thinking?
accuracy of the time. It's kind of like the same with the N-word being used in Huckleberry Finn. It was written by a white person, or I don't know all my
Yes.
facts, but
Smart Twain.
yes. Well, see, but when it was used in that book, I didn't take as much offense to it because he was trying to portray a historical time when that word was used. So I was like, all right, well, fine. It's being used in an academic setting. Yeah, see, this is a very complex issue, but generally, I don't like when other races.
I don't think
use
it's
the
that
word.
complex.
like I said,
At
it's
all.
I do.
it's when white people say it, it can be uncomfortable. Now, I love mobster movies, but in every mobster movie, there's at least one nigga thrown out somewhere.
That's true.
Somewhere.
That's
that
true.
doesn't, make it less of a good movie to me. Like I said, it
I'm
can
not-
be uncomfortable.
But
I'm not saying that it makes it.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying it makes it less of anything. That's realistic to have it thrown in here and there. But from what I know, half of the dialogue in Django was the N-word, wasn't it?
I didn't like Django. So
I'm not-
No one said it was a.
What I'm saying is that
all I saw
Quentin
once it was
Tarantino
like,
was putting this smattering this word all over the place, and there was black actors in there co-signing. So does that make it okay?
Yeah.
Back to your J-Lo point.
Oh man.
No.
No.
It's
No,
not-
no,
J-Lo is
but
a
J-Lo,
Puerto
but
Rican from
J-Lo,
It's a movie based on
Sometimes real
slavery
shit
or
comes out
fake
their mouth.
slavery.
but the thing is,
I
but
don't
it's
think
different
it's
with the rap thing because the appropriate to, at least to me, this is how I rationalize it in my head. It's different in that sense because it was still a black person putting it out there and still like with the ownership thing. And J-Lo was part of the song, and at the time I looked at J-Lo as kind of like having a minority experience in that thing.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, fine, whatever. But if like say some, you know, like Kesha or somebody like that
Yeah.
used it,
Or
that would piss me off.
Lindsay Lohan.
Or Lindsay Lohan, or like,
Miley
Miley
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Oh no, that would be done. I'd have to boycott.
Like I said, freedom of speech. You can say what you want. Now you can catch your own consequences for it, what you say, but you can say what you want. White people say it. Sometimes it's
My thing
uncomfortable.
is, don't
Puerto
say
Ricans,
it.
Latinos, you know.
So black people
Not
are
really a
free.
problem.
They got carte blanche on the word, and everyone else just don't say
Yeah,
it.
because
That's
no
what-
other
that's
race
like I
dealt
was
with the
telling you before.
repercussions of that
It's-
word than black people, like
Like
black people
black people
have.
did.
So yes.
And yeah, I do kind of believe in that argument too. Yeah, it's not fair, but
I
whatever.
can't believe in every argument.
No, I'm not. I don't believe in every argument.
Why you gotta say every argument? You gotta
Because you're
get
trying to
that-
make me sound ignorant, and that's
I-
part of the
that is
point.
not
It's-
what I.
oh,
That
no.
is not a TV. That is
I
not
do
what
not
I
like
try
that.
to do. That is not what I try to do. You the one who's always talking about. Well, I can co-sign that as
No,
well.
I can
You
because
can't-
I'm a compromising person, and I don't necessarily.
We don't have to get into personal issues on the show.
You just took it personally
We
with
don't-
it. I now have
I
to
did
try
not
to
take
myself.
you, this
So
is not. That
I
is not a
have to
TV.
say
That's all I'm
is that
saying.
I do look at different types of arguments, and some argument there are a lot of times when you can argue whether something's right or wrong. A lot of times, sometimes with especially with things like the N-word, you can argue for it and you can argue against it, and sometimes both arguments sound somewhat convincing. So I am a bit of. Sometimes you take a bit of both arguments, and that's why humans are complex because it's not always black and white.
Unless it's black and white. Let's go to the website. Guy on the couch. What do you got on this third question? How do you feel when other races use it?
Okay, question number 3. How do you feel when whites and other races use the word? This response comes from Round B. Round B says, I feel disgusted. It's upsetting whether they mean to use it as an endearment term or not. It's a word that history is too strong to take the bitter taste out of my mouth whenever it's used. Back to you.
So everyone's upset at Puerto Ricans now. Is that what I'm trying to hear?
No,
No,
no.
not
So
necessarily.
what? Puerto Ricans got to use it in a derogatory term for themselves, specify that it's just them.
I don't know. I think Puerto Ricans are seen almost like having a black
Latinos,
experience,
I'll say Latino.
or like a Latino. Sometimes certain
Well, to take
certain
a-
sects of it are seen. So that's why sometimes it's not seen as bad.
From
Puerto Ricans are seen as black in some people's eyes. That's why they don't get offended.
Well,
So
you
then,
can do the same thing for, what, Middle Eastern people.
no, I don't
Justin
see Middle
Bieber-
Eastern sees that.
Justin
black.
Bieber
I do
seems
not
black to
see
me.
just.
Good.
Justin Bieber is not black.
Justin Bieber is pretty much black, isn't he?
No.
I mean, he's
No.
dresses black, he
Oh,
acts black.
Acting.
You got put on
He
by a black
acts
guy.
He got put on by a black guy, so I mean, if the black
And
guy
if
wrote
he
the
got
song,
pulled over like
it's
black
good.
Black
guy,
guy.
how that was.
He
It
still
would go
has-
bad because he's Canadian, and they try to deport his ass. That's how it would go.
No, but he has
They tried to
right.
deport him.
They try to deport him anyway.
Okay, so
Body bag Biebs is not bad.
no,
Body
his
bag live.
white
Let him
privilege,
free,
no matter
baby.
what he does, his white privilege is not going to go away.
He's got
This is
tats
true.
all over his arm.
No matter
He's
what.
not white anymore.
Even there was a get to go.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and go to. I'm gonna plug the website.
Okay,
I'll
Do
plug
that.
that's a
the
good
website.
idea.
It's... Anyway, so on the website you can go to the topics page at www.blackadvancement.com. You can give us topics to discuss that you feel are topics that should be discussed within the black community. Also, you can go to our donations page and you can send donations to us. Also, if you send a donation of over $5, you'll get one of these wristbands that I have on right here. It's very cool. It's awesome. They're an inch thick. You have one, I think,
Yeah.
right? Don't worry. Anyway, so also we have a people you should know section, a black people you should know section. For this one, it's Robert F. Williams. I'm not going to get into all the particulars, but you can at www.blackadvancement.com. When we come back, we'll have my take on it, and everyone else will be quiet for once. Hello, we're back, and this is my take. This is where I get to answer all the questions, and everyone else gets to be quiet. Should blacks be able to say the N-word? I don't believe so. I believe that what's wrong is wrong, and that's that. Period. What does the word mean to me? Anything negative that you can attribute to not only black people, but people in general is what the word means to me. Lazy, shiftless, effortless, anything freeloader, anything that you can put under that's negative is what the word means to me, which is why I also feel that no one should use it. How do you feel about others using it? I think that already has been answered pretty much from my other two statements. If we can't use it, I damn sure don't want to see someone else using it. And if they happen to do it, that would be seriously a misfortune on their part. But anyway, with that being said, don't forget to like us on Facebook at The Black Advancement. And also you can comment on all of our topics at www.blackadvancement.com. Our next topics will be on Black Health, which is a new section that we have going on right now. We have 4 very good topics under that. Go to the website and check it out. With all that being said, Black people, advance. Shout out to Hampton University. You know what it is.